What if I told you there's a guy who doesn't follow the norms of society? A man who lives his life as if the world is his silent hunting ground, patiently stalking and skillfully defeating every obstacle. Even though he is quiet and not trying to make an impression, his silence speaks volumes more than anyone in the room. Without even trying, he attracts attention. He is an analytical person who dissects issues until their secrets are revealed. His goals are lofty, and he is driven to the point that the majority of people would consider them unattainable. He is enigmatic, an unreadable presence who baffles those who seek to rise in society through cheap talk. Because he makes decisions based on logic rather than impulse, he is often seen as calculating. He may occasionally come off as aloof because he eliminates anything that doesn't support his goal. This man represents the Sigma male, a character whose mind is uncommon, complex, misunderstood, but unquestionably strong in a society obsessed with noise, attention, and immediate satisfaction. We will unveil 10 psychological advantages of the Sigma today. Make the most of being a man. Keep an eye out, because after you grasp these traits, you'll see why a Sigma doesn't follow the crowd. He thinks it through. He grows out of it. He goes beyond it. 1. Regular self-evaluation. He is his own mirror as a Sigma male. He compares himself to himself yesterday rather than to others. He approaches self-evaluation as if he were a craftsman entering his workshop, cautiously, methodically, and without ego. He examines his behaviors every day. He wonders to himself, what did I do right? Where did I fail? In order for me to evolve tomorrow, what adjustments need to be made right now? He establishes clear criteria rather than ambiguous objectives. When necessary, he monitors development, addresses flaws, improves talents, and reinvents himself. He achieves mastery through his self-audits over the course of months and years. He doesn't merely get better. He improves as if a system were rewriting its own code. Number 2. The value of patience. The Sigma prioritizes the long game, while the majority of people seek immediate victories. He knows that greatness doesn't grow in a day. He will devote years to acquiring a talent, establishing a business, or developing a plan, while others give up halfway. He doesn't have a passive tolerance, it's planned. A gradual, consistent march towards something larger than what impulsive minds can grasp. Others suffer from burnout. Others break down. However, he continues to walk, maintaining his composure, focus, and relentlessness. People consider him fortunate when the outcome is ultimately known. However, they were unaware of the numerous years he spent honing his skills. Number 3. Dynamic personal reinvention. A Sigma is not afraid of change. He employs change. He constantly reshapes himself throughout his life, similar to how a sculptor molds clay. A fresh opportunity? He adjusts. If a plan fails, he makes adjustments. Is a chapter over? He undergoes change. He improves his behavior like software updates by learning new ideas and gaining knowledge. He doesn't want to be defined by antiquated identities in order to feel secure. He thrives on change, whereas others collapse under it. This is why Sigma guys are such unpredictable weapons. They are flexible, adaptable, and hard to pin down. 4. Intrinsic drive. The Sigma uses internal fuel, whereas the majority of others seek validation. He doesn't want applause, likes, comments, or public adulation. His inner fire, inner standards, and inner objectives drive him. He keeps working even when no one pays attention to his grind, even in silence. You are free to question him. Don't pay attention to him. Treat him with disrespect. He will not quit, because his drive was never intended for an audience. He doesn't seek acceptance. He pursues expansion. He is now unbeatable because of this. Number 5. Rejecting a victim mindset. Not everything in life is fair. Sigma males are aware of this and take it in stride without resentment. They don't spend their time placing blame on the world, their upbringing, their employer, or society. They inquire instead, what should I do to get through this? What may I learn? In what way does it make me stronger? They don't consider setbacks to be tragedies. They are instructions. They serve as a roadmap for enhancement. Every obstacle he overcomes becomes armor that is thick and impenetrable. He is not a victim. He writes his own story using ink composed of resilience. Skirth, strategic detachment. A soldier is not necessary for every battle. A Sigma isn't pulled into trivial dramas, ego disputes, emotional games, or distracting social chatter. He examines individuals from afar, similar to how a general examines maps. He walks away if the conflict doesn't help him advance, become better, or develop. He derives strength from his detachment. He sees what others do not because his head is clear and free of emotional clutter. He concentrates his energy on important battles, and when he does attack, he does it with accuracy. He just decides to go to war when it's worthwhile to win. 7. Nonlinear thought. The Sigma mind cannot be predicted. He sees 5 paths where others only see 1. He manipulates logic into creativity, asks the obvious, and challenges the norm. He thinks laterally, much as an escape artist would when seeking out secret exits. Formulas guide society. They are rewritten by Sigma men. They discovered answers that no one had seen since they refused to restrict their thoughts to the same little box. He is a problem solver, a strategist, and sometimes a visionary because of his non-linear reasoning. He wins by being unique, not louder, not quicker, simply more intelligent. Number 8. Non-comparative mindset. Competition does not motivate him. It distracts him. He is not trying to outrun other men. He is trying to outrun his former self. His victories are personal. His progress is private. His success is self-defined. He doesn't envy others. He doesn't copy others. He builds his life on his own blueprint, brick by brick. And because he does not compare, he does not fear anyone. His journey is authentic, pure, and internally guided. Number 9. Ability to make drastic decisions instantly. People assume the Sigma is slow and calculated, and he is. But when life demands a split-second decision, he becomes lightning. He can pivot, cut ties, relocate, launch a project, end a relationship, or change his entire path overnight. Why? Because he trusts himself. His self-awareness gives him confidence to act fast when needed. He knows hesitation is expensive, and opportunity fades quickly. He doesn't wait for a perfect moment. He creates it. Number 1. Rising from the lowest lows. A Sigma might have walked through hell, but you would never know. He carries his scars like armor, not weakness. When life hits him hardest, he does not stay broken. He rebuilds. He stands up. He chooses to move forward as if the pain only made him sharper. While others drown in sorrow, he turns suffering into power. He understands that darkness is not the end. It's the forge where resilience is born. And when he returns from rock bottom, he comes back with a fire unstoppable by any human force. That is his superpower, not strength, not intelligence, but the ability to return stronger than the world expected. Closing statement. These qualities, the introspection, the patience, the reinvention, the internal motivation, the refusal to be a victim, the strategic detachment, the nonlinear thinking, the independence from comparison, the decisive instinct, and the unbreakable resilience, form a man who does not just survive this world. He rises above it, quietly, powerfully, unapologetically. He is the Sigma male.